Hi, I purchased plans to build an Adirondack-style chair, then built the chair according to the plans. When I sat in the chair the first time, my reaction was, man, is this chair uncomfortable? Now what's the point of having a nice looking chair that you do not want to sit in? This was the beginning of my journey to build a comfortable wooden chair. This multi-part video series summarizes the steps I developed to design such a chair. My design goal was a chair I could sit in comfortably for at least 2 hours. So how do you design a wooden chair that is not upholstered or padded to be comfortable for at least 2 hours of continuous sitting for a particular person? I will show you the process I developed. We will build a prototype chair suitable for testing and easy modifications. Throughout this series, I will provide values that work for me. I am 5'8" and weigh about 190. You will need to adjust the values to work for you. Remember, we are designing a prototype chair that is really comfortable for a particular individual, not a chair you can mass produce by the thousands. Before we get started, I want to make it clear that this is not a project for a beginning woodworker. I will focus on design steps and decisions and not how to make various cuts or operate equipment. You will need a table or a bandsaw, a thickness planer or a hand planes, a drill press and a router for this project. I will not cover the design of a good-looking chair, but I do explain how to design a comfortable chair for an individual. At the end of the series, you will have a prototype chair that you can sit in and adjust until it is very comfortable for you. Let's get started. First, the height of the front of the chair from the floor. Start with the height of a comfortable kitchen or dining room chair. Measure that height. The average chair height will be between 16 inches and 17 inches. You can also measure yourself. With feet flat on the floor, measure from the floor to the back of the knee, then subtract a ½ inch. If you will typically have shoes on when you sit in the chair, then measure with shoes on. Otherwise, take your shoes off. This measurement is just a starting point. Second, the depth of the seat. Typically, this is anywhere from 16 to 17 inches, depending on the type of chair. So measure from the back of the buttocks to the inside of the knee. Add an inch to the length to account for back placement, which will tend to push you forward in the seat. Third is the height of the back. Measure from the base of the seat to your shoulders for a high back chair. For a lower back, reduce the height, but watch out for your shoulder blades. You do not want the top of the chair to hit just under the shoulder blades. I prefer a chair back that supports my shoulders. Fourth, the width of the seat. A comfortable chair is wider at the front than the back, so we make the back fit comfortably, then taper it out towards the front. Sit on a wooden chair, a bench, a step, or other hard surface. Slide a pair of books in from the left and the right until they just touch your hips. Measure that distance and add 2 inches. If you have very narrow hips and wide shoulders and your chair will have arms, then hang your arms straight down and measure the distance between your elbows. This sets the width of the back of the chair seat. Taper the width outward to the front at about a 4 or 5 degree angle to get the width of the front. A rough rule of thumb is that the front will be about 2 inches wider than the back. Here's a suggestion for prototype 1. It consists of some 3/4 inch plywood and some 2x4s, screwed together with sheetrock screws. And just for completeness, here are some pictures of the various prototypes I built. These encompass making the chair very comfortable and some design elements. So grab some scraps of 3/4 inch plywood and some scrap 2x4s. Rip the plywood strips to about 4½ inches wide. Cut the 2x4s about 24 inches long and throw together prototype version 1. Screw everything together because you will be modifying this prototype many times. Place the seat at the height of our first measurement. For the depth of the seat, use our second measurement. The seat width should be the width of the front of the seat. We do not need to taper the plywood seat at this point. Lastly, add the back at a right angle to the seat. Sit on it and make sure it will hold you. Observe the comfort level. In the next video, we will modify the angle of the seat and the back. Thanks for watching.